Y'all got me. Let's jump into this. Uh oh, oh, my little image is right there in the middle. Where's my layers? Yeah. What's that? Have fun. That moment you are trying to get the one image off of your screen and it just won't go away. Oh, that's because it's literally just on the screen. There we go. Oh man, that's always fun. You made it. So many refreshes. Let me turn this music down a little bit. There we go. Hey Jen. Yeeks. Sheesh. Okay, so what are we working on? What are we doing? What are we even doing right now? We are making... We have to fix this test. What is this test doing? Well, considering it doesn't have a doc string, I don't know. I really wish it had a doc string. I also hate that it passes R, which is just any. I have a lot of. What is a valkey cluster? Is a valkey cluster like this thing? Return a valkey client object configured from the given URL. Okay, so no. Wait, why would this return a valkey cluster? I mean, technically, or why would this take R? Oh, R could be a valkey cluster. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess. These things definitely need doc strings though. Unless it's telling me that it shouldn't. Unless, like, I'm gonna let them tell me, like, we don't want doc strings because this needs doc strings. Even that, like, is there ever a world where I split these into separate tests that all test the individual pieces instead of doing 15 assertions at once? And this is a thing that, like, I want to look at. They don't actually define this in, like, they don't have a style guide. They don't have like the contributing document just says how to run it. It doesn't say like how you should write these kinds of things. I feel like this would be better if it were multiple tests. I genuinely feel like this could be better if it was multiple tests. Like test geo radius member locations. Because then we're like, given these values, if we do a geo add, like what this should just be an object that like gets passed in. That way we test, like, we're testing against the same object. But it doesn't want to. We'll say point distance and coordinate data, because that's what that's doing. So we got this value, we pass in geoadd Barcelona these values. So these are the values for Barcelona. I'm also kind of confused that, I mean, I guess that's fine why they did that. What is the result of this? Like adding tuples together, right? Like if I say 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3, I get 1, 2. Huh? What? What is this? That's what I thought this would do. Float, float, literal, place. And then float, float, literal. And geoadd just takes values as a sequence encodable. Wait, what? What is this? Pierre, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you, Pierre. Changes, modifies the return value of the numbers of changed elements. I'm sure these are like regex, or not regex. I'm sure these are like valkey parameters that have to be, like, that's just what they call them, which is unfortunate that naming is hard across multiple platforms. Still with the tests, nothing has changed. But now you can actually see the tests. Now you can see why the tests are so frustrating. All right, I'm just trying to figure out like what was the thing being added, and it seems like these are just a sequence. So whatever the sequence is, I just wanted to see what this is expecting, and it's whatever these pieces are. Pieces are, wait, no, where is values? Values, right? Pieces extend values. Okay, so basically you're just saying execute command geoadd, and then yeah, you have to, so this is purely because of when you send commands to Redis likes to get things like this where it's like index 1 key, you know, value. Oh, you can't, oh, you can read it. It's like right under my camera here. Actually, can I pop this out? Am I allowed to pop? Does it not pop out anymore? Boo. I mean, Kendrick Lamar even said it. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show people. Like, it won't let me pop out the window. Makes me sad. Okay, we'll do this. Can I pop this window out? I can pop that window out. Now can I add a terminal window onto that? No, I can't. Darn it. Oh well. Okay. All right. But down here in the bottom, by my camera, below my camera, right down here. You have that like key value. That's how Redis likes to get stuff sometimes. So they're just making it so that it's easy to push that into Redis. I really wish that they would take the approach of like, let's let people think about things from a Python standpoint, and then let's return it as Redis query like stuff. That's not going to get fixed in this. But that's why this is the way that it is. That's why it returns like 123 123. That's annoying. It is what it is. So we're gonna add these values. Geo add these values. I love how like we don't get anything until we do more stuff. But geo radius by member. We're looking at Barcelona. We're looking at place 1. Place 1 is here. I don't know what this distance is. So it's asking for the name, the member field, wait, the member, and the radius. Nope, that's not correct. No, it is correct. Okay, name, member, radius, and then unit. Okay, so unit is if we wanted to change it. So this is saying get the geo radius by member. The name is Barcelona. Place 1. I don't know what place 1 is. So I'm guessing place 1 is. Oh, place 1 is a place within Barcelona. Okay, so get the radius by member of place 1 in Barcelona and get a radius of 4,000, whatever 4,000 units are. Sheesh. We're going to do a couple of things here just to make that easier to understand. Name. What were these? Name, member, radius. Okay, cool. So we can say name, member, radius is equal to that. And we know that this works. This is fine. I don't understand why this works like this. Is it just saying returns all the members within that radius? It would be nice if there was, again, this command is exactly like georadius with the sole difference that instead of taking as the center of the area to the query, longitude, latitude, it takes the name of a member already existing inside the geospatial index represented by the sorted set. Okay, very, very well. So it's, yeah, so it's basically saying, give me all the places within this radius around this place. Give me all the things within this location, which in our case is Barcelona, in which we've already said there are 2, place 1, place 2. Start at place 1 and go within 4,000, whatever 4,000 units is. And then they're saying that within that, you should have place 2 and place 1. I also don't understand why it's x80 place 2. I don't know why that's there, but it's been there, so I'm not going to mess with it. I feel like I would have to change a bunch of test values, and maybe they're doing that on purpose. I don't know. Maybe not, considering up here they have place 2, place 1. So we're just going to, yeah, we're just going to do that. I'm guessing that was because of some encoding error. But I'm also wondering are we testing this in some other test? Because if we are, that means we can not test it here, or we don't need to test it here. No, I mean kind of, but no, we're not. All right. Because I understand what the problem is here. So what it's saying is radius member. I made radius member and I said assert radius member is this. The problem is when you add the coordinates, these get truncated. And because they get truncated, it like doesn't know how to act. It gets really wobbly. And I get that. I can understand why that happens. That's actually what we're testing, is we're just making, that's what our fix does, is it fixes that wobbliness. Well, it's not going to fix the wobbliness. We're just verifying that wobbliness is accounted for. So we could just say radius members, right? And then we say radius member 0 is equal to, well, we'll say 0, and then we'll say 0, everything minus 1, right? Go to everything minus 1. Cut that out. Oh, we could actually do this. We could do radius member. We'll just say radius place 1, radius place 2 is that. That's accurate because we know it should be 2 keys. So then we can say radius place 1, everything but your coordinates. Last position. Sweet. So then we can do that. We can get rid of this here. Okay. Come on. There we go. Thank you. All right. So okay. Okay, so if we run this test, does this test pass? It does not. Why does this test not pass? Syntax error, comma. Wait, what? Okay, what is it mad about? What are you mad about? Are you mad because we passed in name tuple and we don't use it anymore? No? Okay, well, let's see. Ooh, undefined name of any. I mean, I can't help with that. Not my fault they're using old tests, old type hinting. You're kidding me, right? What do you mean any is not accessed? Oh, that's in the conf test. Yeah, no, you're right. Any is not accessed there. Here. Are we not? We're just not doing any typing in here? Okay. Typing, import any. Oh, look at that. Okay, so those two tests pass now, which is good. That being said, it doesn't test the actual proximity of the things, which is what's coming up next here. All right, so now we can come up here. We can do assert radius place 1. Gotta do math, gotta import math. We have imported math, sweet. Okay. Math is close. Radius place 1, -1. And oh shoot, we gotta zip those. Okay, so this is where we steal from our comp test solution here that we made. Right here. We did this like zip thing in here. We just say check geo for geo in this. Assert that these are close. Radius place 1, -1. And then for this, we need the old latitude and longitude. That old latitude and longitude is, nobody place 2, right? So let's just see what it was before in the working tree. Good Lord. Oh, wait, why did these typings got added? Why did these typings get added? That's why it yelled. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want those. Ugh. Great. It literally did that for every single one. Gross. Here's what I'm gonna do. Let's take this test. We don't want to do that. That's gonna be a nightmare. I'm trying to figure out where these points came from, because I didn't like go automatically add typing, like absolutely not. Can I check valkey-py and see if it was like a thing that I brought in from another version? This is what happens when you start working on a project and you don't come back to it for, you're gone for like a week. Test commands. Yeah, no, these don't have type hints on them. Gross. Gross. Why would you do this? What did this? This had to, like, do I have some setting? Like type, hint. What I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, it's showing in my history. So something that I did apparently added type hints to like everything, and I don't know when that happened, why that happened, or the easiest way to undo it other than just to take my test that I'm actually testing here. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to take this test. I'm gonna take this test, get it working, and then I'm gonna like extract it from the actual stuff, and then undo, like just get reset this brand, this thing, and then I mean I guess I could do that. What changed here? That's not getting patched in anyway. This needs to get added. Let's just do this. Again, we're not touching that with 10-foot pole. There was another piece in here that we did. Doesn't help that this is also like such a gigantic test GeoSearch member. This is a GeoSearch member. This is this. Could I just do R valkey? Can I just like find and replace that? Let's do find and replace here, and we'll say if you see this anywhere. That's a lot. It's a lot of times. Replace with nothing. Go. Okay, which means we don't need this anymore. We will still need math. What gets... That's fine. Again, we can just find this. Okay, what are you? I'm glad I'm able to give you something to keep an eye out on. Like I said, I love the fact that for some reason my computer was really interested in making this stuff pop up, but it made this really hard to troubleshoot. Okay, this is correct. That's correct. Get rid of that. I don't understand what changed here, but it's yelling. Okay, so that's fine. Again, okay, so that got... Okay, that one apparently was like that already, which is wild. Oh, and of course, this one was like that too. So revert that change back. Sweet. Cool. Okay, that's correct. That's what we're looking for. And then this is our changed code. And then this is... Yeah, revert that back. All right, cool. So now we fixed that. We fixed this issue of like, help, my code decided that it's going to just do whatever the heck it wants. Hey, Stowe, find a lurk. You hear me? Again, I'm just here complaining. Well, fixing tests, but also complaining. Okay, so now that we've done that, we do want to go back and look at our diff just to see what the actual latitude and longitudinal values were that they were checking against. Because what I'm looking at here is I don't think they're the same. But maybe they are. I'm more than anything just trying to see. Yeah, see, these values and these values are not the same values. Which is fine. That's fine. These are the values that I need. So place 2. Let's grab that. So now we want to check the is close thing here. Test georadius member, place 1, place 2. And then, yep, right here. Right there. Hey, Sean, thanks. Thank you for the wonderful compliment. That was such a big moment. I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, so yeah, we got this, and then now we just need to double this up. We can do this again. Okay, so now we do radius place 2. Technically, place 2, I have place 2 listed as place 1. I should probably just do this, place 2, place 1. At least that way in our mind, we know what we're looking at. This way we can say radius place 2 information has place 2 in it. Radius place 1 information has place 1 information. There we go. And then in this, we'll just go shoot down. For I in check geo, assert math is close for I, which is fine. And then we do the same thing here. The only difference is we swap out those values with these values. You saw the stream because we were posting on Mastodon. Hey, that's why we post on Mastodon. You know. All right, cool. So now we can test this. Why did it fail though? That test failure. Okay, so what is the test failure? The is close failed? I mean, those aren't close. They're not wrong. Did I put the wrong value in or something? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. I forgot to check these. So that should be place 2. This should be place 1. Boom. Test it again. Pass. I think blue sky sticked too as well, Jen. I think that's kind of the big issue, is that everybody is kind of scattered to the winds, which makes it a little hard to keep up with where people are and what they're doing. Like for instance, I have a blue sky account. I don't use it, not for any reason. I use Twitter and I use Mastodon, and like those are just kind of the two that I use. And that's, I mean, those are just the things, you know? All right. And then I think we need to add a comment here that just says something to the effect of, yeah, Valkey uses some precision differences. Well, oh, lost it. There we go. Yep, something to that effect. So basically we had to write this like this because if you're trying to compare latitude and longitudes, if you're doing any type of calculation, Valkey will return a different value based on the operating system. And I mean, again, I think I mentioned to someone else, like the difference in those values are very much like not even this side of the street versus that side of the street, more like this part of the sidewalk versus like 6 inches to the left or right of the sidewalk. So definitely not a problem. Just if you're looking for exact values, are these exact values the same? No, they're not. So I was asked to make it so that the tests don't flake out on certain operating systems, because it doesn't work on Mac OS and it doesn't work on these like other, there's like another operating system that it'll error out on. And it's purely just some operating systems don't or have different float like thresholds. different to number thresholds and how they work. All right. So now we can do our invoke. We can change. Let's get rid of that. We can test all of them. See which ones fail. Hopefully test commands are good now. We shall see. Because we were just testing those couple. Oh, no, here we go. Test georadius, store distance. Okay. There we go. All right, so yeah. Something similar here. Place one. Again, place one, place two. We're doing this. We're doing the same value add thing. We're asserting. Whoa, wait, what? That's not. Test georadius, store distance. Assertion, assert that 88. What? That's not even this. It does not make sense. Test geosearch member. Okay, let's just go to test geosearch member. Oh, it's a ton of tests. And that's just one of the test files. There are, we would probably say like thousands of tests on this. Oh, easily thousands of tests. Okay. Well, we got to fix like 5 of them. Well, we had to fix like a total like 7 or 8, but. All right, test geosearch member. Yeah. So yeah, we're doing this same thing. Test geosearch member is doing the same thing as the other one. Geosearch became, it's like, what's the thing? One of these is deprecated, and I don't remember which one is, but one of them is. Geosearch, is Geosearch deprecated? Are you the one that's, why won't you let me define Geosearch? Is it because you've added the deprecation onto it? Go to definition. Go to definition. You want, oh, because it doesn't know. That's why it did it. Absolutely, we can plan testing. Testing is so important. Dockers, tests. Yeah, these are all the different test folders that they have. Like, so many different tests. This is a very well tested platform. Client cluster, search, aggregation, query string, sentinel, client. Hold on. Where's R? Query string time series. Definitely not helpers. GeoSearch cache.py, helpers.py, that's parse GeoSearch core. So it's in core. Is this the deprecated one? Yeah, oh no, this, so the one we were just working on was deprecated, and this is the new one. This is the one that replaces the deprecated one. And again, I'm always a fan of, like, if it's deprecated, definitely okay to keep the tests open, but like, how long has it been deprecated for? And do we still need to do all this for it? Yo, where is test GeoSearch member? Yeah, here we go. So test GeoSearch member is replacing the new one, which we just need to do the same thing, which is kind of annoying. It is what it is, though, because now we know how to fix it. This stuff is fine. That stuff is fine. Now we can radius 10 is place 1. Okay, cool. So now we can just say insert. We can do GeoSearch place 2. GeoSearch place 1 is equal to this. And then we do the same thing. We say GeoSearch place 2 is equal to, well, everything but the last bit. Let's take that. And then we can do our darn it. There we go. Well, that's place 1. Darn it. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We just need to grab this. Nope. We just need to grab this. Grab that. And then we can do this. And then we need to just find the coordinates for place 2. Which are here. ignore that. Let's go back. Nope, ignore that too. There we go. Oh, geez. Oh, this is place 1, not place 2. That's why I was like, what? Why is that not accurate? .635 or 684. Hold on. Place 1 is. I'm just gonna copy it again. Wait, why is this -2? Oh, you're checking the latitude and you're checking the longitude. I feel like that's weird to do -2, -1. We can just do 0 and 1. It was -2, -1 because of what we were putting in the other thing before. Wait, what? No. Hold on. Radius place 1 -1. Yeah, just -1. Just -1. I was like, what are we doing? -2, -1. And then now we can do a specific search for just this. Which, if you didn't know that, yes, you can run a pi test on a specific test. Now, this isn't the way to do it because this is having to hook into some Docker stuff and hotkey things. Okay, so the test failed. Object errored out, so it's just oh, I didn't save it. Well, it didn't save, which tells me that there was an error. But yeah, -K or yeah, -K is the way that you do that. Were we seeing play? Oh, yeah. Because I copied and pasted. So this is saying it's like I don't know what. What's wrong with me? Check GeoSearch place 2. There we go. GeoSearch place 2. I don't know why that's an empty list. That's just me messing things up. Check GeoSearch place 2. There. Why are we adding this ASCII thing? The ASCII thing is not important. It doesn't need to exist. It just gets in the way more than anything. Of course, that's a 0.0, which sure that'll mess something up in the future. Okay, so place 2 is place 2. This information, place 1 is place 1. There we go. Place 1. There we go. Still failed. Okay, why did you still fail? Okay, so it's saying the actual functions aren't close, which probably just means I did it backwards. Uh-huh. Okay. Place 2 is 40835. And place 1 is also 40835. Nah, I messed that up. All right, hold on. Look at our diff on this. Okay, place 2 is 40635. Place 1 is 40835. Someone remember that, because I won't. Place 1, 40835. Place 2. Yep, already messed it up. Already forgot it. Place 1. Place 1 is 40835. Just remember that part. Place 1, 40835. Yes, these are backwards. Granted, I could change it the other way, but it's easier to do it this way. Okay. Cut. I am struggling to look at this. Place 2, 40835. Place 2, 40835. This is place 2, 40835. That's fine. Place 1, 40635. GeoSearch place 1. Ah. That doesn't need to be in there at all. Okay. Okay. Saved. Run it. Still failed. And I want to make sure. Place 2. Okay. Place 2 is definitely this one. B place 2, B place 1. That part's all good. The zip that's failing is geo place 2. Yeah, 3637 is here. GeoSearch place 2. They're saying that these values aren't close. It's saying that GeoSearch place 2 I'm going to copy this and replace this here. Even though I don't think that's correct, I am going to do it just to see. I mean, I know it'll still fail because that means the other one's wrong. Okay, it was backwards. Yeah, because we made it through place 2 and now we're on place 1. And place 1 is yelling. 835, place 1. Test pass. Yes. Okay. So now that test passes, back on to the next test. Oh boy. I really wish I could have a list where it only shows me the tests that failed. I'm just so bad at that, figuring that part out. If I knew somebody that was really good at writing tests, I could be like, oh, if you just want a list of the tests that failed and you don't need all the detail, then like do this. I'd be like, yes, you're the best. Test GeoSearch member. I mean, granted, I could just run all the tests again. Let's get rid of the K. Yeah. Reduce the verbosity a little bit. What? Just remove the verbosity as well. see those 4 tests in there. There we go. Test GeoSearch with something. Test GeoSearch store distance. Yep, test GeoStore distance. Here we go. It's going to be the same thing. Assert z-score. Ah. Okay, so z-score is this and that, and we're talking about a difference of what now? Yeah, K does. The problem that I have is, so I'm testing against an actual Redis instances. Don't ask. So if we open OrbStack, where's OrbStack? OrbStack, where you at? There we go. So OrbStack, these are all of the different Redis situations that get tested against. So I have to, they use invoke to test against all those points. And because of that, I had to hotwire invoke a little bit. So I created this like standalone single test that does a bunch of things. But one of the things that it does is pass in K into the testing portion of it. Now this won't get added into the invoke suite. I might file an issue for it later and then say, hey, here's a solution for it. But yeah, this was just like, I wanted to be able to test, because if I have to wait for all those tests to run every single time I'm testing something, then that's a nightmare, where I can just test against the one test that I just changed and make sure that it works against all those different services. Yeah, I've spent a little bit of time now just going, why is this? Why is it this way? And I understand, I get it. It's just some of it is an annoyance. All right, so like here's a good example. We got place 1, place 2 again. Now we need to do, and this is one of those things that I was very confused by. Since we're just testing a single value, I can probably just do the math is close thing again and say, I'm also confused on why they add place 2 in here when you're only testing against place 1. But not necessarily a thing that I need to fix in here. I mean, again, question, something that I'm very dubious about, but I want to get this done. Like, I want to get this done more than I want to completely fix every single issue that or every single complaint that I've bumped into. But yeah, in this, I do that where I pass in -K and I can affect it. All right, so that worked. The only thing that we're really checking against is when we have to do we just have to replace these direct like copies for verify that this is also equal to that. get rid of the verbosity and let it run. And then there were 3. I'm gonna move my camera over here just to, because I don't think you really need to see anything down in this corner. All right. So now 3 failed, 4 passed, 1 X failed. It was expecting failure, which is good. Which one are you? You are test geo radius width. All right, well, isn't that the one we just did? No. Okay. Test geo radius width. Geo Barcelona. Another one of these that we got to do. Oh yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. GOR place 1. Wait a minute. What are we looking at here? This has multiple? Nope, just the one. This is what are we doing differently in these tests? I'm very confused. So this doesn't have a hash. And this is the kind of thing that like makes me frustrated in the test, because like I kind of get it, like you want to make sure that it's returning everything, but we don't care about the latitude longitude in this. Test a bunch of combinations to test a parse response function. Like, sure. The biggest thing we care about here is if we add everything. I guess if we add everything, does everything exist? But the way that I would do that is I would incrementally add things. I would almost parameterize it, but this is just goofy. Is just goofy. Like, because now I gotta check each of those individual things 3 different times. And I'm guessing it's good to make sure, because then if something was wrong, then it would, if you did one thing and it did something different every time, then like that would be bad. That's just a pain. All right, so because now I'm gonna have to do that test for every single one. I could just make a function that does that, like a comp test function here. I probably should have done that to begin with anyway, and maybe I will go back and replace all of those with these. All right, so we've got this whole thing here. Def check geo is close, and we're gonna say chords and expected chords. Yeah, perfect. Boom, boom, done. We can do that. And then now we can just do, instead of this, we can just do check geo is close, response 0, response 1. Boom. Because this was getting annoying. For real, though. Yeah, it's fine. Response 0 and response everything else like that. Boom. But now I can also just import from conf test check geo is close. All right, and now everywhere where we've added that goofiness, instead of this, we just do check geo is close. Check geo is close, get rid of that. Go. And then we get rid of that. Yep, perfect. Beautiful. So this is GeoR all. This is what, with hash maybe? What are the differences here? GeoR unit chord unit is included in all of these, right? Yeah. So unit, I'm just struggling to figure out what the differences are here. Georadius, that's the same, that's the same, that's the same. That's the same, that's the same. With distance, with chord. This is one has with hash. This one doesn't have with dist. Okay, so yeah, this is GeoR all. That's fine. And again, this is where like I would just be like, pass these values in as keyword arguments. PyTest mark, parameterize, and we're gonna say georadius georadius quarks. Yep. The arg names. Oh, and here we need to pass in georadius quarks. Yeah, not geoadd quarks, georadius quarks. What are you doing? And then these are gonna be, yep, boom. Copy those. Okay, whoa. I'm messing this up somehow. Okay, then the sequence should be a tuple with multiple versions of the quarks to pass. Perfect. Okay. Because this is the exact same thing. This is doing the exact same thing. And instead of writing the same thing 7 times, we just have to, boom. So that's 1. Then what's the next one? The next one is just with distance and with coordinates. Oh shoot, but then you gotta pass in the values too. So you gotta expect the values. Georadius quarks. What do we got here? Arg names. Yeah. Georadius result. Yep. Okay. So we got that. We did make a function. That's why we're doing this. This allows, because we made a function, this allows us to do it. But the problem is, am I thinking? I think I'm thinking too. There's like a permanent crease in here just because of this. Task to try, task IDs. There we go, summary owner done. Yeah, it's a list and then a tuple inside the list. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I've read a book. Nameless. Hello, Nameless. Python testing with PyTest. The old version. I need the new version. We need to bring the new version into this. But Nameless, I hope you're doing good. Good to see you. So yeah, what we need to do here is boom, make that a list. Come down here, we make this a list. And then inside of our tuple, we have each of these values. So we have the quarks that we're passing. Yep, we did that. And I mean, we could probably single line this. Hold on one second. Okay, my bad. All right. Okay, so no, I'm back. Someone was at the door. I had to do door things. All right, so mark parameterize. Yep, we did that. And then we do that. Right. So the reason that we're doing this is we want, if all of these will get passed in as a wildcard. Yep. And the next thing will be the expected values, which are that. Exactly. Uh-huh. And since we know that these are all returning a list, we just return it like that. Okay. Nope. What am I doing? Here. We paste that in there. Okay, so we do that. That's fine. Boom, we got that. And then now we can do the same thing. But when we come down here, the thing I think is funny is that it doesn't ever check for the results. We're just like, just georadius result. And then these, georadius quarks. Perfect. And what we can do is then our georadius, well, we want to just say result is that, yeah, we gotta name this like expected result or something. Expected georadius result. All right, so now we got expected georadius result. Here we have expected georadius result. This shouldn't have two A's in there. So then we can say georadius result. Nope. Nope. Come back. Why is my... There you go. I don't know, my keyboard was like, forget you, boss. Okay, georadius result is equal to expected georadius result. So the thing that we want to check with cool. Before we do that, we can say if with dist, no, with chord in georadius quarks, check if georadius result -1 is equal to that. That's like exactly what we want, because what this does now is this says if you've added with chord, Apparently I missed the kickoff call today, but that'll be fine. With chord. So if with chord is there, then check for this value. And then check that no. So check that the geo is close. Oh no, you want to check that the, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're just going to take this out like that. And then we don't have to do that weird thing because we just hard code that result in because we know that result never changes, right? That's the thing that we've learned is that in this test, this result never changes. It's the same. We can check this here. See, it never changes. So we don't have to, we can only write it once here, which is great. And now we can just say georadius result equals expected georadius result. And then because of that, we can now take these and we can just change them up here. So we can say with this, with chord, there's no hash on this one. And we're gonna say that's equal to just that. These can just be side by side, honestly. Like that. And then we have each of these have to be a tuple. Yeah. And now we can then look at the end. Oh. And this just doesn't have disks, so that's fine. So this is with hash with chord. The nice thing about this though is that we could actually try all of the different versions of this. Because they're doing no. With hash with chord, right? So we want with hash with chord, and then that should return be place. Yep, cool. Actually, yeah, place one. In theory, I could get rid of the place one in there, but I'm like, I'm not that gets a little weird, I feel like. Because then you got to do like expected is this plus that. Just leave it in. And then we can do one more. Yeah, we could just do with this with hash, no with chord. So we're actually testing all the different variations and not just the ones that were easy. Oops. What? Thank you. With hash, with distance, and that's it. Boom. Place one. Yeah, that tracks. I'm kind of confused though. Why is this erroring out? Something wasn't terminated. Expected closing. Oh. Huh? Okay, I see what's maybe here. Right there. Okay. So we got that. Where are we at in here? We're here. So then the next one, I kind of want to do this just to make it easier to read. Yeah, because if we do that, now we can actually see where things are. We can also verify that we did everything correctly. Okay. Boom, like that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have the 4 different variations of this. With hash, with distance. So distance is there. Distance is there. Chord is fine. Chord is determined on its own. So hash and distance, hash and distance. Hash and distance, hash and distance. So these two should be the same. Only difference is you have chord. So now we can say, take that expectation, right? Add those values. Georadius result is these with these quarks. So now you can say if with chord, then you do the coordinates. Then you do the assertion here, assert okay. So then we have our if statement here, and we're saying if with chord is in there, then check for the coordinates, right? This one's done. And then we can say why is this returning a certain of values? I don't understand why this returns none. Is it just outside the radius? I don't know why that's there, but we can just leave that as is, I guess. My guess is that this should also still be boom. It's kind of goofy, but we'll take it, you know. All right, so now, what test is that? Test georadius width, dash K, test georadius width. Whoa, why are you failing? Must be a real number, not bytes. What we do here? We did something wrong. Oh, because I did georadius result. No, georadius result, right? Hold on. Quartz is B. Oh, wait. Okay. Because this puts it inside of a, yeah. That puts it inside of a list. It puts it inside of a list. So you basically have a list within a list. And I remember that because it was like, this needs to be boom, boom, like that. And what we want is index 0, -1. Because it returns a list of objects. Run it back. It's still failing. Whoa. Must be a real number, not bytes. Oh, it didn't save. That's why. Why did it not save? Huh. Oh. Okay. One passed. 3 failed, but 1 passed. Okay. Test georadius with expected args. Yep, values is equal to that. Assert georadius result. Is the distance not correct? Okay, you know what? We're gonna do... Oh, yeah, because... They're not the same. I mean, we can still do what we're doing. It's just that they're not the... This is... georadius result. We have to do like... I mean, in theory, you just do this. You just say, yep, assert georadius result -1 is equal to that. Else, yeah. Why did one work if the other one didn't? Why is georadius result returning empty? I mean, that's not it, but that needs to be done. This is annoying. I'm just really confused as to why these aren't returning. Why these are returning null. Assert georadius result -1. Or hey, how are you, my friend? We have failed tests that we are fixing. And I got angry and decided to parameterize things. Now, I could unparameterize the things. I still feel like this is the better test. Although I'm starting to feel like it didn't save any characters. in this test at all. Like if we're looking at this, no, that's not the right one. Is it this one? Yeah, I feel like having these 3 tests, you know what? The thing that I'm trying to avoid is I don't want to have to write this thing out like 4 times. So that's why I'm parameterizing it, is that way I'm writing out the test case once and writing out the, I mean, I feel like it's still worth it. I'm just kind of frustrated in how my understanding of how things work in Python somehow feel like they're being tested even though they shouldn't be. Like we're not, like we weren't testing a thing here. Like, all right, the result should have been this. Oh, this was the result. Or is this what we were assuming the result was? No, this was the result. That's fine. Okay, so we know that that's the result. The reason we know that that's the result is because we don't pass the latitude and longitude in to our keyword argument. See? We don't pass it in. And we also don't tell. So the result was correct. Georadius result is equal to this. And then we're saying if Quarg check geo is close was that the thing that errored? Where was the error? Where was the error? Nope. So geo is close is actually, it actually works, which is great. This makes me happy. This is correct. This isn't correct. Georadius result. Oh, because I said go. Wait. No, that should be right. Go to everything -1. Oh, no. 0. Then everything to -1. Else expect. Yep. No. Yep. No. Yes. No. Let's just check that like that. Still failing. Now wait a minute. I'm guessing it's this one, because the one that passes is the one that doesn't have the coordinates, which tells me that this is all correct. But oh, because I did -1. Are you passing? Yeah, 4 passed. Instead of writing 4 different assertions when you're testing the exact same thing, write 4 different test cases and they're expected, and write 1 test. That way you only got to change 1 test. What type of object is georadius result? Georadius result is a nested list. Georadius result is a list of lists. Inside of those lists, you will have a variety of strings, floats, integers, and coordinates. And the reason why it's not an object, I can't answer that. That's a different PR. That's a different issue to be filed. The fact that it is a pure list, the fact that it's a pure list is so that ultimately when they pass this into valkey, which valkey is a Redis fork, and this is from Redis. Redis does it the same way, or Redis-py does it the same way. It's a list so that you can just pass the list directly in instead of creating an interface for it and then having to do like this as a list. I don't like it. That is a thing that I do want changed. I am not satisfied with it, and I will not be satisfied because my goodness. Georadius. Okay, so that's it. So now when we test everything, we should have 2 failed tests to go. I gotta get rid of those print statements. I just wanted to use those to make sure I saw what was going on. Test geo search width and test geo search distance. Okay, well, on to that one now. You are not wrong there. You're not wrong there, my friend. I plan on submitting a PR that changes the GeoSearch output type to be this custom class. I mean, it could even be a named. I don't want it to be. A part of me wants it to be a named tuple, just so that like it's like the lowest. The least amount of like we're doing a bunch of wild things, but I can't. I don't know if I can convince them to go that far. A named tuple at least is like we don't have to worry about any type of weird injection stuff. Honestly, a class would be better because you could pass iter and then you just iterate through the objects. You just return it as a list and then you could do. I mean, I'm guessing this Python should be valid, right? All right, so if we do Python, we're just gonna call it class A, and then we're gonna say def. Wait a minute, we do def under iter self, and then we say return a list of 1, 2, 3. I broke it. It's gonna yell at me. Yeah, I knew I broke it. Class A, def iter, return 1, 2, 3, boom, boom. And then we say A equals A. And then we did star A, print star A. Return non-iterator type of type list. Ooh, okay, so yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Huh. So that doesn't work like that. Because what they're wanting it to do is they're just wanting to be able to pass it in like that, because when they pass it into Valkey's gonna be like get boom 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 or whatever. Like that's what it's trying to do, where wait a minute. So you're telling me class A, def A, I can't wait for the new REPL to come out, return iter. I get what you're saying. You could yield from 1, 2, 3, return iter 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So that's what I'm suggesting they do, where you have, but then now in class A or whatever it would be, you could have these different parameters that you define, which means you could call, get me this value of this thing, which would make things significantly easier to work with. But as I am trying to do my best on right now, I have to fix the issue without completely rewriting everything, which I almost did actually, where I almost introduced type hints to everything by mistake. Don't even know how I did it. Is there like a add data classes to Add type, peak type hierarchy, hint, read line with inline hints, trigger parameter hint. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, at some point, all of a sudden, everything had type hints, and I was like, I don't know what happened, and I'm scared because that wasn't supposed to happen. But cool. All right, so test GeoSearch with what? Is this doing the same thing? Oh yeah. Wait. Oh wait. Test GeoSearch with. Test. Okay, yeah. This is fine. This is fine because we still want to do this twice. This actually is nice because this means that we do the same thing without being too frustrated with it. Because it's the exact same code, which is fine. The reason it's fine is because what we just did is for deprecated code, which I've already issued a question about of like, hey, how are we... I really wish we would raise the flag on the deprecated code stuff. So we're just going to grab all of that. And then we're going to go to our result here. Because it's doing the same thing. We're doing the same business here. Yeah, see? Now the thing I'm hoping for is that they copy the same values. Because if they didn't, I'm going to be really, really disappointed. GeoSearch, where's the other one? GeoRadius with. Why? Oh yeah, 0881 088. Okay. At least, yeah, they're using the same code, which makes this easier because now we replace those star GeoRadius quargs. We go in here, we pass in our GeoRadius quargs and our expected GeoRadius result. Yep. Pass that in. We don't assert this, we say GeoRadius result. Or GeoSearch result, I should call it. Just because naming is hard. So let's do the right thing here. GeoSearch. Come on. Quargs. Expected GeoSearch quargs. Or search result. And then. Cool. GeoSearch result is equal to GeoSearch, and then here we pass in nope. We pop this out. You don't even do this. This is expected GeoSearch result. Actually, and no, we don't even do that because we're not checking against it. We're just... Yikes. No, don't do that. Pass that like that. And now we say... Why did I use Barcelona? Why did you use Barcelona? Oh, yeah. No, this is fine. Yeah, with distance, with coordinates... With hash, with coordinates. Okay, so yeah, all these are the same. And then you test that the last one is none. So we get rid of all of that. And then this is the last test, but we do, none of this stuff matters. Yep. And then there we go. And then now we do if with chord and geosearch quarks, check geo is close to that. Yep. Then we assert that. Nope, you go in there. And then, yep, else assert that. And now we can test. And we're testing geo search with. I would much rather perfect. So everything there worked fine. We're down to the last test in this PR, fixing their flaky tests, which I don't know how you test if a test is flaky or not, other than you keep running it to see if it ever fails. Which I mean, the whole thing that we fix is this check geo is close, which does, it just checks the latitude and longitudinal values are close. If I could, I would just import like valkey-py and then do like location within like a certain distance and call it a day. But they want it to be hard numbers, so we use math instead. And now we test just this last one here. Everything's passing. But one last failure, huh? Cool. Yep, and this is also, this is the z-score in what? GeoSearch store. All right, so this should be a quick one. That was an easy fix. We just gotta find test GeoSearch store distance. Boom. Values, add value, place, do. So now we just go. This one we can't do like is equals, we have to do this. So basically floating point values were off ever so slightly. Test GeoSearch store distance. Passed. Sweet. Oh, you can't see my face anymore. Where'd it go? Did I hide my face all of a sudden? Yeah. I see test passing. All right. So now this task, I need to stash this somewhere. Standalone single test, because we're not keeping that. Conf test we are keeping. We're gonna say add geochecks to conf test. I really hope that was signed. Let's see, git log Let's see. Not a big deal there. What branch am I on? Geo. Oh, I haven't pushed these yet. Oh, even better, which means I can just rebase it. Before I push. I haven't even pushed this branch up. Good Lord. Outgoing, add this, add this. Yeah, we're gonna merge all of these. See if I can do this right. Yeah. Rebase dash I. What? Oh no, that's just the diff. No, I want to see the actual. This is not going to give me the actual commit number? Copy. No, that's the message. Copy the hash. Nope. I want to copy SHA. Okay. Oh, I gotta add the changes. Uses is close to check float values. Okay. Now hold on, so what now? Do I have to add the range when I'm doing these rebases? Ah! That's one way to cancel out of a rebase, I guess. Pending rebase. Okay, my bad. Get rebase dash dash abort. Okay. Okay, so we want. I gotta remember how to do this now. Come on. Get rebase. I want to rebase the last three. Oh. should not be the first commit you want to rewrite to, but the commit, the SHA of the commit just before. So if your history looks like last commit, first commit to rewrite, last good commit, then you can do, what? Okay, so according to them, then I need to copy this one and then do git rebase dash I dash SHA. We do that. There we go. All right, so now we have these three. Okay, and now we want to add a signature. Rebase add signature or add sign off. Get rebase interactive the last commits. I bet if I just do dash dash sign off, it'll work. Yeah, we didn't do anything. Nothing changed. Dash dash sign off. Okay, cool. All right, so now we want to squash. We want to squash that one. We want to reword this, and we want to squash that one. Okay. Okay, there we go. And then we want to rewrite our commit message, which is updates. What is it? Adds. Adds is close checks to geo and parameter to geo tests. We'll say to flaky geo tests. Beautiful. All right. And then now we want to boom. We did it. I think we did it. I hope we did it. All right, so now we can invoke test. And now it's going to test all of the things. And as long as that passes, we're good. Oh no. Don't tell me I have to do those in async as well. I forgot about the async ones. That makes me really sad. Test Connect is not my problem. Test Connect is something completely different. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. Oh, cancel that. Sheesh. All right, I think I'm gonna call it there. It's almost 5. I need to go figure out food plans. We got closer to the end. I will come back to this, and now I have to redo. I don't have to redo everything. Like, I don't want you to think about it as a redoing, but we have to test. We have to basically re-implement all of our implementations on the async side, because they run identical tests for both async and synchronous. But now that we've got this, now that we've got check geo is close, I'm much happier because it's going to speed this process up so much. So much. The fact that we can just copy this stuff over, give myself a head start on that already. Just test async. Wait. Oh, that's at the top level, so we ain't got to do that. We just got to go in here. It exists. It already exists, so we don't even have to go and do like any wild stuff. We just have to go test the commands. We just got to apply it on both. Sweet. All right, cool. This has been fun. I'd be lying if I said that I was happy that I got to go do this in async now, but at least we got it working. So, oh no, and I deleted my standalone test. Oh, you know, I stashed it. How do I apply my stash? Apply stash. No. Apply stash. Apply stash. Yes. All right, Keith. Hey, Keith. How did Pi Ohio go? Just email me or text me or hit me up on Mastodon or whatever. I want to know. I want to know how Pi Ohio went. And I got to send you an email anyway. And then we got to talk about what we're going to do at Black Python Devs for Pi Ohio, that the long-term commitment thing, figuring that all that stuff out. But yes, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for working alongside of me. I will probably be doing this again tomorrow, but I will talk to you later. See ya.